Fear of failure is making you broke. There's a disease far more devastating than poverty, debt, or even a low-paying job. It's the fear of failure. Not just the surface-level fear of making a mistake, no. We're talking about the deep, soul-paralyzing fear that whispers, if I try and fail, I'll prove that I'm nothing. I'll expose my weakness. I'll confirm every doubt I've ever had about myself. And so, you don't try. You tell yourself you'll learn investing later. You say you'll save money once you make more. You delay taking risks until you're ready, but you're never ready, are you? That's the trap. Fear becomes your prison, and you decorate the walls with excuses that sound logical but are really just lies dressed in comfort. The man who's broke isn't broke because he lacks money. He's broke because he lacks movement. And fear? That's the force that halts all movement. Let's rip this apart. The biology of fear. Why you freeze. Fear of failure isn't just mental, it's chemical. When you think about taking a financial risk, like investing in a course, opening a Roth IRA, starting a side hustle, your brain triggers the amygdala, your fight or flight center. This process floods your system with cortisol. Your heart races, your palms sweat, your thoughts spiral. You imagine worst-case scenarios. What if I lose it all? What if people laugh at me? What if I never recover? This isn't laziness, it's neuroscience, but here's the problem. Fear hijacks logic. And the more often you give into it, the more your brain wires itself to avoid that feeling altogether. You build a habit of hesitation. Now your default mode is don't act unless you're guaranteed to win. But investing doesn't work that way, growth doesn't work that way, life doesn't work that way. The silent cost of never trying. Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Marco. He was 29, working a job that paid just enough. Every time someone mentioned investing, he'd say, I'll do it once I understand it better. But years passed. He watched podcasts, he read blogs, he bookmarked finance YouTube videos, but he never did anything. At 35, he looked at his savings, $1,500. No assets, no side income, no plan. He didn't fail because he lost money. He failed because he never started. That's the most dangerous outcome of fear, not failure itself, but stagnation disguised as safety. Every man thinks he has time, but time is the most expensive currency you'll ever waste. Failure, the greatest teacher of investors. You know who wins in the game of money? Not the smartest, not the luckiest, not the guy who waited until he was ready. It's the man who tried, failed, learned, and kept moving. Every successful investor has battle scars. They've lost money, they've made dumb decisions, they've bought high and sold low, but they learned. Fear of failure keeps you from the very failures that sharpen your edge. Think of failure like fire. It can burn you or it can forge you. The question is, will you step into the flame? The true reason men fear investing, it's not about the money, it's about the identity. Deep down, many men think, if I try and fail, it means I'm a loser. It proves I don't have what it takes. So they'd rather not try at all. But let me break something to you. Not trying is already failing. Not learning is already falling behind. Not building assets is already walking into poverty. Every day you avoid investing, you're investing in your fear. You're growing your excuses. You're compounding your paralysis. You're earning zero on your courage account. How's that working for you? A system for moving through fear. Let's shift from theory to action. If you've been frozen by fear, here's a 4-step system to break the paralysis. Step 1, micro-investing. Start with $5 or $10. Use platforms like Acorns or Robinhood. You're not aiming to win, you're aiming to act. Build a habit of movement. Step 2, fear inventory. Write down every fear you have around investing. Literally write it. Now write the opposite outcome. Example, fear. What if I lose money? Flip. What if I learn and grow my wealth? Your brain needs reprogramming. Reframe your fear with facts. Step 3, failure simulation. Pick a fake amount of $1,000. Spend 20 minutes pretending you lost it. Feel the emotion. Now walk through how you'd recover. This builds emotional resilience. Fear shrinks when it's simulated. Step 4, join a tribe. Fear thrives in isolation. Join a community of men who are investing, learning, and sharing wins and losses. Inside OLP 365, that's what we do. Every day, watch the LFV titled Fear of Failure is Making You Broke for the full fix. Failure isn't final. Staying stuck is. There's no shame in being afraid, but there is shame in surrendering to it. Look at your finances, your bank account, your cash flow, your assets. Are you winning? If not, fear has already stolen too much. Make a decision. Don't let your identity be defined by avoidance. Your daily investor ritual. Here's your new ritual. Simple, brutal, effective. Open your investing app. Invest $1 every day, no excuses. Read for 10 minutes about basic financial terms. Write your investing fears in a journal and flip them. Visualize who you'll become in 10 years if you keep going. You don't need a miracle, you need movement. The cost of cowardice. You think fear protects you, but what if it's been robbing you? Fear doesn't keep you safe, it keeps you stuck, broke, small, invisible. You were not born to tiptoe through life hoping to avoid losses. You were born to build. Let the fire of failure forge you. Join OLP 365 now. Walk with other men who are building courage through action, one move at a time, one investment at a time. Don't be the man who looks back and says, I could have built wealth, but I let fear win. Let today be the day you start compounding courage.